Yeah! It's Duhop! That's right! Duhop here, the most electrifying man on YouTube entertainment outside here in the Duhop workshop on a Friday. And well, if you guys are doing all your math right, it's Friday. Duhop's here. Oh, that can mean one thing and one thing only. That's right. Time to talk a little Lucha Underground. Yeah, Duhop's wing wag. Always rock solid for the action on Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground on the LRESTLECRATE network, coming to us every Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Duhop here in the Duhop workshop every Friday at 3 o'clock to talk about all the action and everything else that went down in the temple all the way in California, Boyle Heights, California. I said California already, right? All right, just making sure you knew it was California and not New Jersey where Duhop is. Despite the point, I don't have any time to waste because the action this week on Lucha Underground was booming! That's right! Do you want to see that again? Booming! Oh man, was it fucking off the chain. Fatal 4-ways, steel cage matches. Is there anything else left to talk about? Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of other great types of matches, but that's what we saw this week in the fucking temple. That's right. We had us a fatal 4-way elimination and a Lucha Underground Championship steel cage match. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's roll it all the way to the back of the program and start from the top. All right, you guys, so I don't have to tell you that the last 2 weeks on Lucha Underground, we've had 16 luchadors compete in these fatal 4-way matches. Each one of these fatal 4-way matches produced a winner. All of those winners, those 4 winners, got put into another fatal 4-way elimination style, which is just what we watched this week. That's right. Now, you're saying to yourself, Duhop, wait a minute, pump that brakes, woo, woo, woo. Why are we having all these fatal 4-ways? I'll tell you why. Because Dario Cueto is on a mission to find a number 1 contender to Johnny Mundo's Lucha Underground Championship. Yeah. That's right, we need us a number 1 contender to Johnny Mundo's championship title run. We need us a challenger. So Dario Cueto has put together all these fatal 4-ways, bringing it all the way down from 16 to 1 competitor, where that person will be number 1 contender. Now, this fatal 4-way was the 4 winners of those previous other 4 fatal 4-ways that we spoke of. Elimination style. We all know who's already in this match. I don't have to go over it, but I'm going to. Cage, The Mac, Jeremiah Crane, and who's the other one? Oh, right, the Darewolf PJ Black. How could I forget somebody so handsome? I mean, he reminds me of Duhop, if I don't say so myself. With that being said, this fatal 4-way was on overdrive since the green flag dropped. That's right. I don't have to tell you the caliber of luchador, the amazing wrestling talent of Cage, The Mac, the Darewolf PJ Black, and well, I might have to tell you about Jeremiah Crane, only because he's new. We don't know much about this bugger yet. In Lucha Underground, we all saw him on NXT. So, we all know Cage, The Mac, Jeremiah Crane, and the Darewolf PJ Black are great talents. And like I said, overdrive from the drop of the green flag. There was no stopping these guys. Let me tell you how each one of these guys got eliminated and who fucking won. First one eliminated from this match was, I think, who I predicted to win this fatal 4-way. That's a little upsetting, but Cage was first one eliminated. Now, if you remember back, there's a best of 5 series going on between Cage and Tejano. I think they've taken a little break from that to find us a number 1 contender. So, Cage is in this match. Tejano comes out, and he's got that bull rope wrapped around his fist, and as soon as Cage wasn't looking, he cleaned his clock with that bull rope. That wasn't all, though, because as soon as he got his clock cleaned, Jeremiah Crane super kicks Cage in the mouth. Cage comes off the super kick, gets a stunner from the Mac, and then while he's down, springboard fucking splash off the top rope. The Darewolf PJ Black pins Cage. 1, 2, 3. Cage, first one eliminated. That was disappointing. I'll tell you what wasn't disappointing, when the Mac gave a top rope stunner to Jeremiah Crane. Oh my God! I jumped out of my chair in excitement. That was fucking awesome. And then right after that top rope stunner, he pinned Jeremiah Crane. 1, 2, 3, eliminating him from the match. Now it's just the Mac and the Darewolf PJ Black. Funny thing, when you're not the Mac, when you're not Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you're not Duhop, the stunner's really not going to work for you. That's right. And, well, the Darewolf PJ Black thought he'd try his hand at it. He tried to give the Mac the stunner. The Mac got right up. That's right. The Darewolf PJ Black turns around. Boom! Dropped his ass. Stunner. 1, 2, 3. The Mac wins. He is now number 1 contender to Johnny Mundo's Lucha Underground Championship. That was by far so fantastic. I was upset about Cage getting eliminated, but I was over the moon about the Mac winning. The Mac has been one of Duhop's longtime favorite is luchadors in Lucha Underground. So congratulations to the Mac for winning and becoming number 1 contender. But the buck doesn't stop there. That's right, because now in the next match, we're going to find out if the Mac's best friend, Sexy Star, can regain and take back her Lucha Underground Championship that Johnny Mundo stole from her. That's right, we're not wasting any time. We are jumping right into the next match, which is a steel cage match. I think there's been 3 steel cage matches in Lucha Underground, and I think all 3 times Johnny Mundo has been in it. This bugger's got something for steel cages, but let me tell you the fucking stunt he pulled this time. That's right, in this match, Johnny Mundo versus Sexy Star in a steel cage for the Lucha Underground Championship. That's right. This Lucha is scheduled for one fall as a steel cage match and is for the Lucha Underground Championship. Now, there's no love lost between Johnny Mundo and Sexy Star. These two have been at it for a while, pounding the shit out of each other. And they really took it to the limits here in this steel cage match. Sexy Star's offense was absolutely on point. Oh man, I think as the kids would say, it was on fleek. I don't know what that means. I just hear the kids say it. She nailed the top rope power bomb to Johnny Mundo. Then, just when I thought she was gonna escape and win, she's standing on top of this steel cage and flies all the way down, crushing Johnny Mundo. That was something to watch, but Johnny Mundo didn't lay down fighting. That's right. He responded with his own brand of Johnny Mundo offense. And what I mean by that is to cheat your way to the victory. These two are standing on the top rope in the ring, holding onto the cage. And what does Johnny Mundo do? He grabs Sexy Star by her mask like this. He's going just like this. And then he's moving around her face like this. And he tears her mask right off her face and throws it to the floor of the ring. Sexy Star dives to the ground to retrieve her mask. That's right. Sexy Star knows the heritage and the respect of not taking off the mask of a luchador. Johnny Mundo has yet to learn that respect. So is Sexy Star. Now, maskless. Is that a word? Maskless? No mask. She dives to the ground to put her mask back on. And in the meantime, that no good son of a bitch, Johnny Mundo, up and over. 2 feet on the floor, Johnny Mundo wins and retains his Lucha Underground Championship. I was pretty upset for Sexy Star. You know, it's one thing if you give it your all and you just couldn't get it done and you got pinned. Congratulations, you tried hard. This was a screw job and a half, goddammit. Johnny Mundo cheated his way to the win. For all Johnny Mundo's efforts, as soon as he got to the top of the steps, saying goodbye to Sexy Star and is still in the ring, that number one contender, the Mac, came running out and he stuttered Johnny Mundo. Oh my god. Do you know how many Duhop drops I saw on this episode of Lucha Underground? Absolutely amazing. 2 thumbs up to everybody that gave a stunner on Lucha Underground. Duhop fucking loves it. Oh man, alright guys. Duhop, I'm out of time. That was all the action going down in the temple that happened this week. Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network. If you guys are not watching, you're not upsetting Duhop. You're not upsetting your mom and your dad and your brother and your sister and your dog. You're doing yourself a disservice. If you're a wrestling fan, you should be watching some fucking Lucha Underground. Duhop promises from the bottom of me heart. You gotta love it, goddammit. Tune in the El Rey Network every Wednesday, 8 o'clock, Lucha Underground. Duhop, I gotta get to moving. Like this video and leave a comment if you haven't done it already. Subscribe for some more fucking Duhop. Yeah!